You know what time it is. Beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode.
What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones, representing Pump Chaser. So check it. It's the weekend, it's Saturday. I'm actually gonna go in the gym and do a little light workout. I'm about to go in the gym and do a fasted workout. Shauna's joining me. I thought, you know what? Let me go ahead and just vlog my day. Why not? All right, homies and homettes. Now, I didn't vlog my day, but what I did do was give you 4 exercises that you can throw into your shoulder training. 4 exercises I feel are underrated. These exercises not only help me, but have helped numerous of my clients. If you want to be one of my online clients, you already know, Beastmode316.com. This exercise right here, as you see, takes a lot of mental focus. These are upside down kettlebell walks with 90-degree elbows. Remember, fam, there are 3 types of muscle contractions. The positive, we call it the concentric. Then we have the negative, that's the eccentric. But so many people forget the static, the isometric. You know, planks, wall sits, those are only a couple examples of isometric contractions. As you see, we're holding our elbows 90 degrees. That's isometrically contracting the muscles that are responsible for keeping the shoulder stable. And let me tell you, fam, if you're somebody that struggles with stability, you might want to throw these in. Again, these are 4 exercises I'm showing you that can help you with your shoulder training that you may be overlooking, okay? These are underrated. This right here are shoulders extensions. You know, one of the functions of the posterior, the rear delts, is to extend the shoulder. So why not just do that motion directly? Now, this is very similar to straight arm pull downs. You know how we do on back day, but as you see, we're doing 1 arm at a time. That's giving us a little more range of motion. Notice how my arms pass my body. I'm pausing ever so slightly at the back, really isometrically. Remember, isometrically contraction, pausing with every rep. Exercise number 3. And before I start, I'm showing y'all the shoulder is a ball and socket joint. It moves multi-directional. I feel there are a lot of people overcomplicating shoulder training. This is a ball and socket joint. It is multi-directional. Really hurts my heart to see trainers overcomplicate shoulder training. But yeah, multi-directional, fam. With that said, when we're doing this bent over rear delt fly with the cable, the most important thing is maintaining control of the spine. I know you may hear that word, engage the core. I feel like it's one of the most overused phrases, but it's overused for a reason. When you truly connect with the core, connect with the spine, the rest will take care of itself. The move will become more graceful. Notice I have Shauna with her shoes off. I want her to feel the ground beneath her, because when you can really feel the ground beneath you, it makes the kinetic chain activate that much more. We can talk more deeply about that in the future, but there it is right there. That's exercise number 3, bent over cable flies, controlling the reps, controlling the core. Now this right here, another underrated movement, behind the neck pull downs. This right here is really gonna help open those shoulder blades up. Now, due to this angle on the shoulder blades, you're really gonna put some loaded stretch on the pec minor. Remember, the pec minor attaches at the core cord process. That's part of the shoulder blade. So this angle right here is gonna put some of that loaded stretch action on the pec minor, really help open these shoulder blades up. Again, 4 movements that can help you out with your shoulder training that you may be overlooking. Be sure to comment below and let me know what you think. Bam! We need a moment of silence before we fuck up these weights.